Stage 1 on the bus in Shelton, headed for Lynn. 8:05 p.m. Now we're in Brennan, and we're taking the bus to Mount Walker. Jefferson Transit number 1. We'll be there in about 10-15 minutes. Okay, I've been delivered to Mount Walker at the Mount Walker Mountain Antique Trading Post. So here we are. I've got 5 hours to climb the mountain, have lunch, walk back down. It looks like on the way back my bus stop will be directly across from Mount Walker, so that'll be nice. Just got to get my GPS to get a signal now. About 5 minutes later, my GPS finally has a signal, and I'm done with the road walk part. Almost. It's just about a quarter mile to the Mount Walker Trail proper from here. It's 9:42. Going up. It's 10 minutes to 11, and I'm at about 2,200 feet. So I'm over halfway up. The top is at 2,700. It's actually leveled out a little bit here. It was definitely steeper down at the bottom. It's 11:23, coming up to the top. It's looking a little foggy today. Yay! This kind of reminds me of Green Mountain, Kitsap County. So there's I don't know how much shows up on the camera, but Cool Scenes down there. Okay, I got 3 hours to hike back down and catch my bus. Okay, coming out to the other viewpoint now. This viewpoint faces the Hood Canal. I like this view more, but it's a bit foggy today, so anyway, looking down there on the canal, clouds coming up. Oh, and the freeway. And these pests can always be found up here. Camp Rubber Jay. Come on, focus. Well, as long as I'm up here, I guess I'll do a ultralight stove demonstration. Oops, don't want to block anything. Okay, so got a piece of aluminum foil to go down to protect the surface that I'm cooking on. Got a little yak stove. Very lightweight yak stove. Put the alcohol in. Not going to take a lot. Okay. Now I'm going to light the stove. And you hear a little, you know it's lit. And now the stove is warming up. The stove has to warm up a little bit. Now I'm going to get my water ready. While the stove is warming up, got to rinse out my cup a little bit here. Okay, so I'm going to squirt some water in here. But you know what? This is tap water, so I don't really need my Sawyer squeeze. I'm just going to pour it in. There. So, let's see. I'm going to fill it up all the way because I'm going to cook some food here too. I'm not just going to make tea. Okay, the stove should have warmed up by now. So I've got the windscreen on. Set this down right on top of the stove. And, yep, it's still running. So in about 12 minutes, I'll have boiling water. Stay tuned. Tried to turn my back on my lunch for a minute. Camp Robber Jay immediately came, landed on top of my cook pot with the flame, then went over to that red thermos and stole a tortellini. There's a flame there. It's hot. Don't burn yourself, dummy. Stay away from that. It's hot. Oh great, a bird on top of my water filter. Jeez, you guys really are pests. Don't want you to get burned. Yeah, look at my bag of mushrooms, as if that's something you can't find for yourself in the forest. Well, I think they're smart enough not to get burned. So it's probably safe for me to turn my back now that I've got everything covered. So it's a few minutes later and my water is almost boiling. I'm going to call it good. Having a heck of a time with the Camp Robber Jays up here. They stole some of my tortellini. Guess I needed just a little bit more fuel to get this much water boiling. So now I'm going to cover this with water and put the lid on it. Do some passive cooking here. This can be my dinner on the bus on the way home. It might even still be warm when I get back down to the trailhead. And now, I'm going to put a little bit more fuel in this. You got to be careful. It's cooled off, so it's okay to put more fuel in. But you do have to be careful with these stoves because if they're hot enough, the fuel will spontaneously ignite when you refill it. There we go, got it going again. I'm gonna put a bit more water in because I want more tea than that. And I'm gonna have some herbal tea that doesn't need to be boiled. Yeah, so in with the tea bag, and very important sugar. Oh, I should have waited to add the sugar. Now in a minute or two I'll have water for tea as well. See, the second I step away, the camp robbers are back. Easy things. Oh, got my power. Hey! Give that back! You? Not having my lunch! It's 12:30. I'm gonna start to meander back down. I think it's really only gonna take me an hour and a half, but I've got 2 hours. I'm gonna look for mushrooms on the way down. I've already found Lactarius deliciosa and Russula zrampolina. This is Peltigera venosa. I thought Dr. Lolita Calabria would like to see that. It's really little. And there's a banana slug. Oh man, they shut down the outhouse. Well, I guess they forgot to lock the door when they shut it down. So, I don't know. Looks pretty open to me. Scanning for mushrooms. I saw a couple of Russula brevipes that looked like they might be a little bit different, so pulled them up and they were Matsutake. Yay! Then I heard a car, so I shoved my mushroom bag in my pack as quickly as I could, even though I'm well within my legal limit. Just don't need any hassles. I'm headed back down to the trail now. It's 1:45. Okay, it's 12:52. Got my trekking poles out. Going down for real this time. 12:52. My bus leaves at 2:50. It's about 2 hours to go down 2 miles and 2,000 feet, plus about 1/4 mile road walk. Probably be a little bit early. 2 o'clock. Back down to the road. I'm gonna sit down here and eat dinner. I'm gonna try to get some water out of the nearby creek too. It's 2:40 and I'm waiting for the bus. I think the bus will be here at about 2:55. They couldn't tell me for sure, but I know it leaves the cool scene at 2:50. And this bus stop is on Rocky Brook Road. And up Rocky Brook Road is the Elbow Creek Trail and Buck Mountain. Maybe next week. Hi.
Thank you.
Is this going here then?
Keep it.
Had to buy a truck just so they won't pull it. I tried the whole hooking them up to tires, that didn't work out.
This is the spot right here. Thank you.
Hello, thank you.
Hi. Now on Mason Transit, headed to Shelton.